Illinois Coalition Against Domestic Violence is releasing its annual homicide report for 2023. It shows a 110% increase in domestic homicides from the previous year. News Channel 20's Monique Davis is working for you to share what the organization says could have caused this spike. Monique?
The coalition tells me the issue of domestic violence rose during the pandemic when people in need were isolated in their homes.
We all know someone who's experiencing domestic violence. It may not be physical, we may not see physical signs, but if we inform ourselves as to what domestic violence looks like, then we'll be better prepared to be a good neighbor, a good family member.
Coalition report states 120 people died in 94 separate incidents, with 56% of the victims being women. The coalition's policy consultant, Vicki Smith, tells me there's been a demanding increase in calls for long-term help.
For example, when somebody goes into shelter, that's a short-term solution. It's only going to last about 4 to 6 weeks. So the next step then is housing, medical care, mental health services.
The coalition partners with domestic violence shelters like Sojourn in Springfield. They tell me their shelter has seen an 11% increase in the last fiscal year.
We have an emergency shelter. When someone is coming in to stay in our shelter, we're providing all of their basic necessities. So food, bus tokens for transportation, clothing, personal hygiene products.
The standard stay in the Sojourn shelter is 90 days, but T-Berg says victims can stay longer if needed.
Last thing we want to do is have someone come into shelter and say, I've been in this controlling relationship where that abusive partner has been, making all of my choices for me. The last thing we want to do is say, well, now we're going to tell you what you have to do.
Firearms were the means of death in 68% of the incidences reported to the coalition. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis.
Thanks, Monique. If you believe someone is experiencing domestic violence, you can call the Illinois Domestic Hotline 877-863-6338.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.